Come closer, closer to the fire. Tonight's tale is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. It is a story whispered in city kitchens, and warned about in old villages. It is the tale of a housemaid, a young woman whose beauty hid her wickedness. The tale of how she used her own menstrual blood to bind her master's soul. There was once a wealthy man, living in the city. His home was large, his gates tall, his wife beautiful and respected. But such a house needed many hands. So they hired a maid, young, from the village, bowing low with humility. She cooked, she cleaned, she smiled gently when spoken to. But in her heart burned something darker. Each time she looked at her master, her pulse raced. Each time she served his wife, her chest ached with envy. And so, late one night, as she washed dishes alone, she whispered, "Why should she have him, while I serve in silence? He will be mine, one way or another." She remembered the old stories. Stories her grandmother whispered of women who could bind men to their knees. Not with rope, not with charms, not with prayer, but with blood, the blood of a woman's moon, the secret fire no man could resist. And when her red moon came, she did not hide in shame. No, she caught her menstrual blood drop by drop, whispering as she held it, "This is my weapon. My spell, my key to him." One night, while the wife slept upstairs, the maid crept into the kitchen. Only one candle burned, its flame trembling against the walls. She set the master's pot on the fire. She stirred the soup, and into it, she poured her menstrual blood. The red swirled in the broth like ink in water. She chanted softly, "Eat and desire me. Drink and never leave me. Let no wife, no god, no spirit tear you away." The pot hissed. The shadows stretched, and when she carried the meal to the table, her lips curled into a smile only the spirits could understand. The master ate. He licked his lips, praising the stew. But that night, he tossed and turned beside his wife. When he closed his eyes, he did not dream of her. He dreamed of the maid. Her face, her body, her whisper calling his name. His chest burned, his blood stirred, his breath grew short. By morning, his eyes were hollow, his laughter strained. That evening, he demanded food again. And again, she fed him her blood. With each meal, his dreams grew stranger. At night, he saw her standing at the edge of his bed, her eyes glowing red, her lips dripping menstrual blood. He reached for her, and woke sweating, his wife's arms unable to calm him. Sometimes, he dreamed of fire. Sometimes of rivers turning red. And always, at the center, stood the maid, smiling, calling him deeper. Soon, his laughter belonged only to her. His eyes lingered only on her. And when his wife was away, he called the maid closer. He touched her. She let him. And when he kissed her, she tasted victory. For she knew her menstrual blood had bound him. But the wife was no fool. She felt the coldness of his touch. She saw the maid's new boldness, the sly smile that danced on her lips. One night, she followed the sound of whispers. And there, in the kitchen, her blood ran cold. The maid crouched over the pot, lifting her skirt, collecting her menstrual blood into the food. Her lips moved in a chant, her eyes rolled back, her hands trembling as she stirred. The wife burst in. "Wicked girl," she cried. "You dare use your menstrual blood to poison my husband? You dare use witchcraft in my home?" The maid only laughed. "Poison? No. I give him what you never could. I give him hunger, fire, nights he will never forget." The wife slapped her. But before she could scream for guards, the master appeared. His eyes wild, his face pale. "Do not touch her," he thundered. "She is mine." The master's madness, extended sequence. From then, the wife's bed was cold. The master wasted away, his wealth forgotten, his mind clouded, his body weakened. But still, he came crawling to the maid's pot, licking the spoon, begging for more. Sometimes, he knelt before her as if before a queen. Sometimes, he raved in the night, calling her name while the wife wept in silence. The neighbors whispered. The friends withdrew. The house that once shone with light grew dark, ruled by a servant who bound her master with menstrual blood. The wife, broken and shamed, left with nothing. And though the maid now ruled the house, her victory was bitter. For the man she bound was no longer whole. His wealth gone, his health fading, his spirit dim. She had chained him, yes, but only to ruin. And in the silence of the house, even she began to fear the shadows she had summoned. So remember, my friends. Beware the hands that stir your food. Beware the sweetness in a taste too rich. For sometimes, what binds a man is not love, not lust, but blood. And if ever your meal tastes strangely sweet, ask yourself, whose blood lies beneath the spice?